What is going on, amazing, beautiful people? Your boy Jeffrey Gamer is back at you with another LSPDFR tutorial. And today, guys and gals, I'm going to be updating the EMS tutorial that I have where we revamped it with the ambulance and the AMR. But upon request from Stephen L., I believe it was Stephen L., I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce the right name, we're going to be changing the air ambulance as well. And we're going to go completely AMR with our ambulance, air ambulance, and our uniforms. And of course, we're going to go into the game, we're going to check it out and see how it looks. You do need ultimate backup for this from Bajojo. You can just search my channel, search YouTube altogether. There's tons of videos out there showing you how to install it if you don't already have it installed, but I'm guessing you already have it installed. So you will also need OpenIV and your main directory. Okay, with that being said, let's get into it. There's a few things we need to download. First is going to be the Air Ambulance Medevac Helo EC135 by Candace. And this is the one that we're going to be installing in the game. Okay, and it just looks great. It's got the door that opens up in the back of it. It's got, medical supplies and stretchers inside of it. Looks really dope. So what you're going to do is click download this file. And you want the vehiclefiles.rar. Go ahead and download that. There we go. And that should download fairly quickly. And while that's downloading, click the next link. And that says AMR Uniform Pack. Okay, and here it is right here. And this is by South Dakota. Let me bring this over here. There we go. All right, so the AMR paramedic uniform. Go ahead and download this file. All right, there we go. This may take a little bit, but it's going to be worth it, guys, to get rid of those vanilla ambulances and uniforms and the heli. Oh, it's going to be so great. All right, so that one's done downloading. Now, click the next link that says 2015 Ford F550 ambulance. It's going to be this ambulance right here. We are not going to be using the skin, though. Like I said, we're going to be going complete AMR. All right, so download this file and let that download. And while that's downloading, lastly, download the American Medical Response, the AMR ambulance texture. Okay, that's what we're going to be installing right there. So go ahead and click download this file. Now you want the main files. Okay, so click download on that. All right, we're going to bring everything over here because it all came over to my other monitor. There we go. So you should have 4 WinRARs total. Okay, you should have 4 WinRARs total. We're going to minimize this. And all right, so let's start off with the OpenIV. All right, so here's what we want to do. You're going to go ahead and fire up your OpenIV, and you're going to click Windows. Now, I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, but I'm going to go as slow as possible as well so that you really understand what we're doing and you don't want to make any mistakes. All right, so right here, here's what we're going to do. First thing you want to do is you want to right-click and select New Folder, and you're going to type in OG space Super Volito, just like that. Hit enter. All right, so because we're going to be replacing this, and if you don't like it, you can always put in the original files back in. Okay, so we want to install this first right here, and the pathway that we want to install our Super Volito is going to be this. Make sure your edit mode is on, and you're going to click mods. Then you're going to click update times 64 DLC packs. You want to go down to patch day 10 right there. DLC.rpf times 64 levels GTA 5 and vehicles. All right, so once you get right here, you're going to go to favorites and click add to favorites, and you could type in air ambulance and then go down and click add. Okay, now here's our Super Volito. If I double click it, it's kind of like that really nice, like, luxury chopper. You can see it's got the seats and everything in it. This is it right here. This is going to change. First thing you want to do is you're going to have 4 files total. You're going to have 2 YFTs and 2 YTDs. Look for the Super Valido, not the Super Valido 2. We do not want to change that. Just go to Super Valido. So here's one. Hold your control key, select 1, select 2, let go of your control key, scroll down to the YTDs. You see the Super Valido plus high and the Super Valido.ytd. Hold your control key and select those 2. We got 4 total. Left click, drag into that folder, drop them in. Now, over here you can see there is no, you see how there's a plus high YTD? There is no plus high.ytd in here. So what you're going to do is the Super Valido plus high.ytd, you're going to right click it and delete it. Yes. Don't worry, folks, you backed it up. It's right up here in the folder. So you still have it. It's just not in here. All right. Next thing you want to do, highlight these 3 files right here. Super Valido YFT YTD underscore high YFT. Left click, drag them, drop them. Okay. So now if I double click the Super Valido, you're going to see it's going to have a military. It's going to have a military thing. But now you can see the back of it looks like it's all gutted out. There's no seats back there, right? But we don't want this skin. I mean, if you want it, you can put this one in, but we're going AMR. So in your WinRAR, under here under liveries, double click it. You're going to see Heli Sign 1. And if you double click them, you can see what they look like. There's a military one. Okay, there's this one right here. And then we have the AMR one, which is going to be number 3. Right, AMR. You got number 4 right here, which is more of a kind of a fire. And then number 5, which is this right here, Centra 1. Kind of a turquoise and blue. But we're going to go 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this Helo Sign 3, or whichever one you want, and you're going to drag it to your desktop and drop it. There it is right there, okay? Now, here's what you want to do. Under the Super Valido YTD, not the Super Valido 2, again, not the 2, the one that just says Super Valido.ytd, double click it. Now, what we're going to do is going to be very simple. You got the Helo underscore sign 3 on your desktop. And right here, you want to scroll down till you see Helo sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go to 1. You're going to click replace. Click desktop. And scroll down till you see Helo sign 3. Click it once. Click open. You're going to see it's going to change to the AMR. Okay. Now, scroll over here. Scroll down to number 2. Same thing. Replace. Scroll down till you see Helo sign 3. Click it. Open. Boom. Change that. Over here in the left side, you don't need 3 because as you see, 3 is already the AMR. Helo sign 4. Click it. Replace. Scroll down. Helo sign 3. And open. And one more time, you're going to go to Helo sign 5. Replace. Make sure you're under desktop. Scroll down to Helo sign 3. Or whatever. You could use any one of these liveries. I'm only doing AMR because that's the topic of this video, is switching everything to AMR. So that's why we're going with AMR. All right, but you can do this exact process with any one of these liveries that we looked through, okay? And then we're going to click open and then save. And it should save it. So now if we go up here to the Super Valido High YFT or the regular YFT and double click it, we now don't have that Army one anymore. We now have the AMR chopper. This is so great, y'all. This is so great. So that part is done. That part is done. You can get rid of this Helo sign 3, right? Delete that. Now I'm going to click my mods folder right here. I'm going to double click it. Now let's say you go into your game, you don't like it, your game is crashing, something's wrong, I want to go back and I just want my vanilla Helo back in. What you're going to do is you're going to go to favorites and you're going to click that air ambulance. Remember I told you to save it. And then you're just going to double click the OG Super Valido and drop all 4 files right in there. I'm not going to do that now because we have the AMR in there. Once you drop that in there, boom, the AMR helicopter's gone. Your original vanilla helicopter is back. Okay, so we are done with the helicopter for right now. There is one thing we'll have to do, but that's in our main directory. We're not going to worry about that right now. So we can exit out of the vehicle files WinRAR for the helicopter. Now, let's go with the AMR uniforms. I believe this is the uniforms, right? Yes. Okay, so here's what we want to do. Over here in your OpenIV, okay, I'm going to click mods again to get us back to the beginning. Here's the pathway you want for the uniform. It's going to be mods times 64E. If you don't see it here, you'll see it here, okay? And when you click it, you'll see a red box pop up, and just click Show in Mods folder, okay? You should do that with all of these times 64s. Always show them in the mods folder, okay? So mods times 64E, models, CD images. Now we want component peds SMM.rpf. If you look right here, component peds SMM.rpf, double click that. Okay, so now in the AMR zip, double click the AMR folder. All right, we want these 4 files right here, the SMM paramedic files, these 4 files. Don't worry about all this. These are just screenshots. We want these 4 files right here. You're going to left click, drag them right in here, drop them in. Boom. Uniform's done. That easy, guys. That easy. So we can exit out of the AMR zip, go up here and double click that mods folder again to bring us back to the beginning. And now we want this one right here, the new update.rar. Okay, you want the new update. And this is the pathway that you want for the ambulance. You're going to go mods. Again, times 64E. Levels this time. GTA 5. And vehicles.pf. Okay, now we're going to be right in here. As you can see, you've got the ambulance. Again, you can go up here, create a new folder, and name it OG Ambulance. Enter. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find ambulance right here. Ambulance. Hold your control key, select both of those, and then let go of the control key. Now go down to the YTDs. There they are. Now we're at the YTDs, and again, there's 2 ambulances here. Hold your control key and select both of those. Left click, drag, drop those in that OG ambulance folder. Also a good time to go to favorites, add to favorites, and just name it ambulance. And then click add. So that way, if you want to go back to the vanilla ambulance, you just do the same thing we did with the helicopter. Click favorites, go to ambulance, take these 4 files in the OG ambulance folder, drop them in here, boom. All right, so now over here in the new update WinRAR, right here, double click that new update folder. And here is our files right there. We also have an ambulance XML. This is an ELS ambulance, so you do need ELSs as well. Okay. Again, just like the helicopter, there is no ambulance plus high.ytd. There's only an ambulance.ytd. So over here, you're going to see, where is it? The ambulance plus high.ytd. We're not replacing that, so we need to get rid of this. So select it by hitting left, right click it, delete it. Yes. Again, don't worry about it. We have it saved up here. So now that we got rid of that, we're going to come back over here into the WinRAR, hold your control key, and select these 3 ambulance files, YFT, YTD, _ high YFT. Left click, drag them right here, and drop them in. Just like that. That is done. So now if we scroll up to the ambulance YFT, right here, you will now see the new Ford ambulance, but we're going to be changing the skin, okay? But now the new ambulance is in. Okay, so now what we need to do is don't hit back yet. Keep this WinRAR. Don't get rid of the WinRAR. Okay? bring up the other WinRAR that says American Medical Response Texture Pack. Double click this right here. Now, you have to make sure that you have the right ambulance and that it's ELS. Okay, so now I should have written this down. It's the Ford F550. Okay, so in the WinRAR, you will see right here, the 2015 Ford F550. That's the one we want right there. Double click that. Now you're going to see a bunch of them in here. You're going to double click it. You'll see AMR. This is the back door, so it'll have the blue and yellow stripes. This is all your, whatever you want out of these, okay? They are different in their own way, okay? They are different in their own way. And then you got this one that has red and yellow on the back. I personally like the red and yellow. Then you got sign 4, which again has the red and yellow, says paramedic. I think the numbers changed, so like 71104. And then you got sign 5, which that is the back of it. This looks a little more AMR-ish. And then you got number 6, again, gray and red in the back. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go with 3. I like 3. I'm going to go with 3. So whichever one you want, they're all AMR. So any one, you can pick any one. Whichever one you pick, you're going to just drag it to your desktop and drop it. Okay. And you see it's got the F550 sign, right? I believe we are all set with this WinRAR. We are. So actually, I'll keep it up just in case we need it. So back over in the OpenIV, folks, you're going to go to the ambulance YTD. All right. YTDs are always at the bottom, and it's alphabetical order. Ambulance YTD. Double click it. Now, in here, you are going to see, let me just double check to make sure it doesn't have that weird, it does, right here. Sign 2. We're going to get rid of that, okay? Believe me, you got to get rid of it, okay? Because if you don't, then your ambulance is going to show up looking like a sketch. All right, so we're back in here. Let's go to this, and let's find it here. So we got sign 1, which is this one right here. We're going to replace this. Click replace, and we're going to look for that F550 sign. There it is right there. Click it and open. There we go. Now scroll down in this left menu again. Sign 2, just delete this. Okay, you're going to delete that. Now go to save. And boom. So now let me just go back in and just make sure that I've got everyone that needs to be saved. I want to make sure that there's no hidden liveries anywheres. So I think we're good. So now I'm going to go back up to the YFT's ambulance. There it is right there. Double click it and boom. There's our AMR ambulance, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that. All right. And exit out. Now, like I said, if we go over here to mods and we want to replace this, our original ambulance, you're going to open up your OpenIV, go to favorites, click ambulance. It'll bring you right to the pathway that you need. Open up this folder, select these 4 files, and you would click them, drag them, drop them in, and your original ambulance will be back. All right. So now we are done with this. Delete that. Now in your OpenIV, scroll all the way up to the top, and you will see your ELS folder. Click it once, go to Pack Default, double click it, and now over here, we can get rid of the American Medical Response Texture Pack, that one, get rid of that. In the new update one, remember we already did this one, this is the actual ambulance, you want this ambulance.xml. Left click, drag it right here, drop it in. So now your ambulance has ELS, okay? So we're all done with this. We can get rid of that. We are all done in OpenIV. Now, there is one more thing we have to do. In order for your air ambulance to respond to your calls, when you call for it through Ultimate Backup, we have to do this step. So you're going to open up your main directory. For Steam users, it's going to be the disk drive that your Steam games are installed through. Might be your C drive. Mine is the D drive. You're going to go to Program Files x86, Steam, Steam Apps, and Common. All right, double click your Grand Theft Auto folder. Now, to get to where we need to get with Ultimate Backup, you're going to go to Plugins, LSPDFR, Ultimate Backup right here. Now, you do want Notepad++, okay? But I guess Notepad will also work, but Notepad++ is actually the best. So what we want to do is under special units.xml, right-click it and edit with Notepad++. It will bring this up right here, okay? Now, if you look, starting at line 207, you should see air ambulance, okay? And right here, you're going to see police MAV, police MAV, police MAV, police MAV. There's 4 of them. Now, you will see police MAV here, but that's for SWAT. We don't want to change this. We only want to change the ones that have the paramedic and air ambulance up here, okay? So, you got 4 of them. Line 211, line 221, line 231, and line 241. Those are the only ones you want to change, okay? So, you see air ambulance right there. Police MAV. We're going to delete police MAV. Whoops. And we're going to put in all capitals, Super Volito, just like that. Now go ahead and highlight that and hit Control C or right click copy. Okay, Super Volito, SUPERVOLITO. You want it to look just like that. Okay, we're going to change these all 4 police MAVs to say Super Volito within your Ultimate Backup Special Units XML. So here's line 221. So we just highlight police MAV. Do not highlight these little brackets right here, these little less than, greater than brackets. You only want to highlight police MAV and then hit Control V. Super Volito. Down here, same thing. Control V. And we got one more, which is right here. Control V. Super Volito. So we should only see Super Volito 4 times. What this is your regions. Okay? So if you do not change all 4 of these, you could see it right here. This says Los Santos. So this will be in the city. Super Volito. Now, if you don't change these ones and you're in the county, right? Or Blaine County, which is Paleto, or North Yankton. Don't worry about that, but we're still going to change it. You want to change them all to Super Volito, right? And then once you're done here, you're going to click File, and you are going to click Save. Okay, then you can exit out of that. Exit out of our main directory. Folks, that is it. Before we kick it off, make sure if you start it and your game crashes once, it crashes twice, it crashes 3 times, don't panic. Sometimes it takes a minute. We just put a lot of info into the game, and sometimes it just takes a try or 2 for it to catch up. Also, make sure you have pack file, heap, and game config. Pack file adjuster, heap adjuster, game config installed in your game. You could search that on my channel, all 3 of those, and I show you where to get it, how to install it. If you do not have those installed, installing what we just installed will probably crash your game, okay? So you gotta open, putting heap and pack file adjusters, kind of like putting your game on steroids, and game config. So it's great. So make sure those are installed. If they are, let's go into the game. Let's check it out. I'll see y'all in there. All right, y'all. So here we are in the game, and all these people they're not running away because I just shot this person in the head. Not at all. So here we are in the game. For me, not a single crash. No lag, no nothing. Loaded right up. You're on a call. You've got somebody down, whether it's a civilian, whether it's an officer, a deputy. Using your ultimate backup keybind, you're going to open up your ultimate backup. You're going to go to code 3, and you're going to go down here to air ambulance. Now, when you click this, it's going to give you an option. First, it's going to drop a flare. Then it's going to give you an option. Do you want the helicopter to land, or do you want the helicopter to drop down a rappel? Do you want them to rappel down? So we're going to click air ambulance, right, and land on ground, and you should see a flare. Okay, the flare didn't drop in. Usually the flare drops in. Oh, it did. It dropped in right there. So now, if you take a look, there is our AMR. There's our AMR helicopter. Now, let's also bring in an ambulance.
Ambulance. Assistance required.
All right, so let's bring in an ambulance. There it is right over there, and, well, here it comes right there. Here it comes right there. So if we hold our backspace key, there he is. There's our AMR ambulance. Oh, shit. I didn't take a look at the uniforms. Okay, so you got the AMR helicopter. Over here, you got these guys wearing the AMR uniform. And you've got the AMR ambulance with the working ELS lighting. The Ford. It's got the diesel sound. Pretty amazing, right? You just got a complete AMR overhaul for your paramedics in your GTA using ultimate backup, which everybody has. That stretcher is definitely garbage, though. But I do have a video, and I will link the video. I will link the video down below. It is a Patreon for Pigs Props, where he has way better stretchers, awesome props. I'm telling you, you got to go check him out. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've got everything that has to do with paramedics. I think, right? The helicopter, the uniforms, and the ambulance. All right there. I hope this video was helpful to you, Stephen L. I hope that's your name. I'm so sorry. It was over a week ago and my memory is shot. I hope this video helped you out. Anybody out there, if it helped you out and you feel like I'm deserving, please consider supporting the channel by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you know when new content's added. Also, consider giving this video a thumbs up. The more thumbs up this video gets, the more people it can reach and teach, as it hopefully did with you. Until next time, everybody, be safe, be healthy, be positive, follow the rules, and obey the law. Your boy Jeffrey Gamer's out. We'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.
So many demons inside of my life, you would thought that's what's hell. P.O.는 나는 내 P.O.는 소리 두고 and I locked in the cell. I've been counting the bill. 같이 미올 때까지 man,